Hello, everybody. It's Bubba Rob. How's it going? I'm just sitting here, Sunday early evening, the backyard in the middle of the construction zone. Kind of been in deep thought today. I was watching quite a bit of stuff about that Trump assassination thing. And, me being Canadian, I don't know really what much I have to say to give an opinion on that. I find that whole situation very sad in many ways. Uh, I just find that the whole political system now and the negativity and the attacking back and forth over the years has just been absolutely quite disgusting. It just doesn't, I don't know if really I'm one to talk, but the behavior of people on social media, the actual professional media, government officials, people in their election swing and stuff they say is just been unbelievable for I don't know how many years now. And it's crept up here into Canada, and it's all over the world now. And the reason why I want to talk about that today is really what kind of example does it set with our kids? Again, I keep coming back to that because whatever we do today, we're not going to really pay for it for at least another 20 or 30 years, or whatever the generational cycle will be where this level of dysfunction actually comes up. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and you hear me say that term a lot. Because what I do know is that young fellow who was the shooter, according to what I saw released on the news, is he was 20 years old. And he was a registered Republican voter. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw on the news. I really find that quite sad. I also gotta give Trump credit for getting up like that and put that fist pump. I mean, if that isn't motivational, I don't know what the hell is. And I've, you know, like I say, I really don't have an opinion on him or Biden in the States because it's really none of my business. You know, I'm not an American, but boy, I don't know how you can't be motivated by that. But anyways, getting back to the topic. But even the niceties that have been said on the TV and fist pump and all that, it doesn't negate the actual climate and behavior of people who are supposed to be adults in the general public that has led to this type of atmosphere. You can't deny it. You just can't deny it. So I really believe an event like that was, it was unavoidable. And I also believe that because of the social pressures and the negativity that's put on, has really led to a lot of mental health issues and people being put on antidepressants and antipsychotics. I believe it's an overwhelming majority of any of these mass shootings that have happened, or any kind of shootings for that matter, the individual has been under the influence of those types of drugs. You know, what 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 else do we need to know? I mean, I personally find, thinking about it, that when I'm watching some of these YouTubers in Canada talking about Prime Minister Trudeau, do I think some of it's warranted? Yeah. Do I like Trudeau? Absolutely no effing way. He's just about destroyed our country, if it isn't destroyed. But, I believe the way that he's spoken about um, really isn't doing our society up here any favors as far as the youth goes, or anybody for that matter. You know, if he's a POS, you don't like him, vote him out. Don't pay him any attention. The guy's self destructing. It's bound to happen. I think the ones that need to be held accountable a lot more than him is actually the Liberal Party for propping him up and putting that narcissistic piece of crap in place. But who am I to say? But what I do know is that all this negativity and all this crap that gets put out there, nobody deserves to get shot over it, never mind murdered. Never mind that poor fellow who was protecting his family that died. My God. Sad. Really sad. Just so sad. I know people may not like me saying this, but I find any 20-year-old that gives his life in that manner to try and kill somebody, that was obviously, I would imagine, I don't have any proof of this, but I would imagine, you know he must have been manipulated by others, you know so I find it sad. But I got a story that's a little bit related to that. When I was working in corrections, what happened was, I had a inmate in my unit that was being rather aggressive towards other people because of they were white staff and other inmates, and this fellow was Aboriginal, and I hope that's the correct term. But anyway, so I'm reading this in the file, and obviously he had some issues and whatnot, and I might have spoke about this before, but I'm going to speak about it again. So I brought the young guy to my desk, and I said, I kind of like to have a little bit of a chat with you about something. He goes, what is it? I said, I've been reading and told that, you're having some issues here. It seems to be, racially motivated or whatnot. And I said, I kind of like to ask you a couple of questions. What is it? I said, you were here because of a armed blockade, aren't you? He said, yes. And I said, it was about that ski resort that was in the news, wasn't it? He said, yes. And I asked him why he did it, and he told me. And, and I looked at him. I said, if feel kind of sorry for you. He says, why? I said, because you're so fucking stupid. He looked at me and he wanted to fight and he was all mad at me and he says, why am I so fucking stupid? And he was about ready to come over my desk. I said, well, if you calm down a little bit, let me explain it to you. He goes, what is it? I said, well, you're here right now, right? He goes, yes. I said, you don't have your freedom. He goes, no. I said, when you're in that blockade, were you by chance put up to it by the your band's counselor or whatever? And he said, maybe. Why? I said, they're at home sleeping in their bed tonight, aren't they? He said, yes. I said, they're nice and comfy. He goes, yeah. I said, your band controls the money that comes in and out. And he said, yes. I said, well, there's my proof. You're here and they're there. I said, if you want to do something positive for your people, I said, shouldn't you be going to school or something and educating yourself like Owen McCurdy? And he goes, who the fuck is that? And I said, well, if you knew who he was, you would know he was the head of the Assembly of the First Nations back then. And I said, that man has educated himself. He's trying to help his people. I said, you're just sitting here being fucking miserable, causing problems in a correctional center. So where are you getting anywhere, doing that? You're wasting your life. Oh. You never guess what happened the next day. He started going to school. He came and apologized to me. He thanked me. It's true. And the reason I'm telling that story and the relevance of it is when all we do is put negativity out there, especially in media and social media, and make the other person out to be evil and stupid and narcissistic and belittle people. Is this not sounding like our politicians? Like, if you don't agree with somebody, they're racist or they're misogynistic or whatever the fuck it is. You calling them stupid. Is that putting any positivity out there? Is that getting along? Is there any kind of sense of rules with life and how you should live it? No. Not at all. It's not doing any good for anybody. I used to be a real big fan of watching Jimmy Kimmel. I can't stand it anymore. I just can't stand watching it. It's used to love watching Guillermo on there. Can't stand it. It's so political. It's terrible. When I was growing up, these shows never picked a side politically. I don't know. I wonder how Jimmy Kimmel, what's he going to say about Trump after his victory poem? Can't say nothing. He's part of the problem. Trump's part of the problem. Trudeau's part of the problem. They're all part of the problem. I just don't know how our kids supposed to have any kind of motivation to do better if they've already feel they've been defeated. Anyways, that's just my thoughts for today. If you like what I say, hit the please like, share, subscribe. I'll just give my daily chats on what I think is important, and if you listen to it, You do. If you don't, you don't. Okay. I love you all. Remember, if you're man, woman, child, rainbow, bluesman, biker, stoic, right wing, left wing, whoever the beep you are. Remember, the most important thing is to be kind. You know, if you don't have anything good to say, just keep your mouth shut. Get on with your day. Focus on yourself and your family. You know. Okay. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye bye.